Toyota just sent shockwaves through the auto world with a move nobody saw coming. Imagine walking into a dealership and seeing a brand new pickup truck with a price tag of only $8,000. Not used, not stripped down to the frame, but a genuine Toyota pickup set to launch in 2026. That's insane when you compare it to trucks from Ford, Chevy, or Ram that now cost anywhere from 40 to 70 grand. Toyota has basically torn up the playbook and said, "We're doing things our way." And if you think this is just another concept car that will never see daylight, think again. This truck is real, it's simple, and it's about to flip the entire market upside down. Now, what exactly is Toyota offering here? Don't expect leather seats, giant touchscreens, or horsepower numbers that make no sense in everyday life. This truck is all about utility. It's lean, efficient, and built for people who just need something that works. Think farmers who want to move supplies, tradesmen who need a reliable work partner, small businesses trying to save money, or even families in emerging markets who never had the chance to buy a brand new truck before. Toyota's aiming this vehicle at the world, not just the US. But let's be real. There's a huge group of American buyers who are sick of bloated prices and would jump on this in a heartbeat. The big question is, how in the world did Toyota manage to build a pickup this cheap? The answer goes back to their history. Toyota has decades of global engineering under its belt, especially with small, rugged trucks. They've taken lessons from classics like the Hilux and even the old T100. Instead of stuffing this new model with fragile electronics that cost a fortune to repair, they've kept it simple. Rugged frame, easy to maintain parts, and either a small gas engine or maybe even a hybrid, depending on the market. In other words, Toyota's going back to what made people trust them in the first place: tough, dependable vehicles that don't break the bank. And this is where things get messy for the competition. Imagine you're Ford, trying to sell a base model F-150 for nearly 40 grand, and suddenly Toyota drops an $8,000 pickup into the mix. Sure, it's smaller and simpler, but the value is undeniable. Why would someone pay for a 10-year-old used truck with 150,000 miles when they could get a brand new Toyota for half the price? This isn't just competition, it's chaos. The used truck market could collapse overnight, prices could plummet, dealers could panic, and the big players would have no choice but to rethink their entire strategy. But before you assume this is some bare-bones tin can on wheels, Toyota's making sure it's not. Early reports say it'll still come with air conditioning, safety features like ABS and airbags, and even a basic infotainment system with smartphone connectivity. You won't get heated seats or a fancy digital dashboard, but honestly, do you really need all that? Toyota's betting that a lot of people would rather have something simple, reliable, and cheap instead of drowning in tech they don't care about. And here's where Toyota's strategy really shines. They're aiming straight at regions where affordability is everything. Latin America, Asia, Africa, and rural America. Places where people need trucks they can fix with a wrench, not a laptop. By keeping things simple and affordable, Toyota isn't just selling trucks. They're building loyalty, cementing trust, and setting themselves up for dominance in markets that other automakers have ignored. Now let's talk about culture. For decades, the US truck market has been built on size and status. Driving a big F-150 or Ram isn't just about utility, it's a statement. But Toyota's $8,000 pickup could flip that whole mentality on its head. It reminds people what a truck is supposed to be: a tool. Not a luxury lounge, not a six-figure status symbol, but a dependable machine that gets the job done. And honestly, that message could resonate with a lot of people. Imagine a contractor who doesn't want to be buried under a 7-year loan, or a farmer who just wants to haul supplies without worrying about payments bigger than his mortgage. For these buyers, Toyota's truck isn't just affordable, it's freedom. And don't underestimate the younger crowd. Gen Z and younger millennials are already skeptical about paying crazy prices for cars. Many don't even want long-term debt. They want something practical and affordable. Toyota's little pickup could be exactly what wins them over. It's cheap, it's simple, it's useful, and it fits perfectly into their lifestyle. Just like compact crossovers exploded when millennials ditched sedans, this could spark the next big trend in trucks. But this shakeup doesn't stop with buyers. Dealerships, financing companies, and even Wall Street are going to feel the impact. Dealers have been making most of their money by selling high-margin luxury trucks loaded with extras. An $8,000 pickup completely destroys that strategy. The margins will be tiny, but the volume could be huge. Financing companies, too, will be hit hard. Today, truck loans can last 6 or 7 years, but at $8,000, people could pay off their truck in 2 years, or even buy it outright with cash. That's a nightmare for banks that live off interest payments. And on Wall Street, investors who've been cheering automakers for milking profits out of overpriced SUVs might start asking why Toyota is scooping up buyers with affordable models. The whole financial ecosystem around trucks could be shaken. Then there's the environmental angle. Some reports suggest Toyota might use a hybrid version in certain markets. Even if it's not fully electric, the fuel efficiency could be game-changing. We're talking 35 to 40 miles per gallon in a segment where fuel economy has never mattered. That's huge. It gives buyers an affordable alternative to EVs, especially in places where charging infrastructure doesn't exist yet. Some critics will say Toyota is holding back electrification, but in reality, they're giving millions of people mobility they can actually afford right now. And think about the bigger picture globally. In parts of Africa, India, or South America, people are stuck driving old, beat-up vehicles because new ones cost too much. Suddenly, Toyota offers a brand new pickup with a warranty at a price they can manage. That's not just transportation, it's opportunity. Farmers can move goods, small businesses can expand, and entire communities can benefit. This little truck could literally change lives, and in doing so, Toyota strengthens its grip as the most trusted automaker on the planet. But here's the kicker. This might just be the beginning. If Toyota can pull off an $8,000 pickup, what's stopping them from rolling out a $10,000 SUV or a $12,000 sedan? That could spark a global price war, forcing every automaker to rethink their strategies. And let's be honest, companies like Ford, GM, and Ram can't compete at that price without tearing their entire business model apart. That's why this isn't just a new truck. It's a warning shot. At the end of the day, Toyota isn't gambling here. They've got the brand trust, the global factories, and the supply chains to pull this off. And once these trucks hit the road in 2026, they won't just make waves, they could create a tsunami that reshapes the auto industry forever. If you found this as crazy as I did, smash that like button, share this video with a friend who loves trucks, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next big shakeup in the auto industry.